is everyone doing? Is the sound better than that? Let's go. Let's change the scenery. Let's put some music on. I need some music on. There we go. I need to change the tunes. Okay. Let me put it a little bit louder. Okay, I think the music is okay. Let me know how the sound is. Oh, and we have a guest. We have a guest who just arrived. Let me punch him in. Let me punch. Mr. Frogboy, how are you
Good
doing,
morning,
sir?
my brother. Good morning. Good morning. How is my brewski
Good
going?
morning, sir. Everything's good, man. What about you, man? How's everything in the other side of the
Other side of the
world?
world, yeah, going pretty good. Spring, and we have a little bit of a buying opportunity dip right now. So honestly, I'm pretty excited. It's feeling more and more like, woo, let's go. To be honest.
Yes, sir. Yes, I feel it too, man. I feel it too. That's why I'm streaming, actually, because everything is in the red. Everybody's depressed. and I want to address that because that's a good sign. That's an excellent sign. It means that we're reaching the end of this, small bear season, right? Since when did we start to go down? In August or something, was it?
Yeah, I think
Remind me if you
so.
can.
I think so. Um, it, I mean, with the RH memes, I was just looking at the charts yesterday, and there was a
Hmm.
nice, exciting move, relatively for the past 2 months or so, or at least 1.5 months, and yeah. So it looks like we're taking a little bit of a correction, or we're just getting ready for a. Honestly, it feels exciting for me. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, if you're in the sidelines, right? If you sold, like whatever the reason, right? If you're holding stables or other assets, this is like a very good time to considering allocating into the RH memes ecosystem. In my humble opinion, obviously. Oh, and look, my opinion is obviously biased, right? Because I hold a bunch of these RH memes, but even if I did not, I would have the same opinion in the sense that I think very soon the entire ecosystem will, pump hard. But the things that have the lowest liquidity, the things that have the least attention, but have the pumpamental. So, in the case of the RH memes, they have the lore, the storytelling, they have the connection to Richard Hart. They just don't have, the people paying attention yet, which is like this is a recipe for success. This is
Mm,
the recipe that you wanna have, that you wanna follow, right? This is the exact same story as it happened with
yeah.
pDAI, right? But right now we are in a very different part of the bull
Yep.
cycle. We're close to the end, which means that the pumps that we'll see are going to be enormous. They're going to be giants. They're going to be they're going to obliterate everything that we've experienced in the past 2 to 3 years. So just hold on tight if you can, because the party's coming.
Agreed. It's also really bullish to see. Well, hang on. You've got so many peeps in the chat having fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
So many people today. It's amazing, man. It doesn't seem like we're down, right? It seems like we've been going up for like a month because everybody's here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
Feels
absolutely amazing.
bullish. It feels bullish.
Yes.
Even though there's red, technically. Oh yeah, red. Feels bullish. So going with the feeling there. Well, we have, hey Pedro, we've got Abdella, NJ,
Yes.
um,
So many people,
Docile,
man.
Diogenes, Beam Hexi,
The meme hacks.
AJ,
Yeah.
and DJ Paulie, Woodwin, and and
Bitcoin
and
hacks. My
how do
God.
you
So
pronounce
many.
this guy, Pedro? How do you pronounce this guy, Joe? Jo, jo, George,
George.
George, George.
George. Whatever. Yeah.
Hello.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Hi guys, and welcome to the stream. Um, I think I don't see like any new faces. I think I've like all of these people I've seen them before here, so it's good. It means that we're creating like a tight community. People wanna participate, they wanna engage, and that's awesome, man. And I already see some questions, man. What are the core RH memes, man? Core RH memes? Core RH memes? Well, that's a good question. If we like well, look, this is a discussion that we wanna have and we don't wanna have. We wanna have in the sense that we wanna create the subsets, right? But it might be a bit too early in the sense that I hope that we can stay united as an RH memes
Yeah,
community, right? Before we can start like all attacking each other because my coin, my RH meme is better than yours,
yeah,
all that crap, right? We'll get there at some point. um but like, okay, if I'm being honest, I would say the core is probably most on pump, right? Because maybe Trump, because Trump also has like a significant portion allocated to the OA, to the pump tires OA
yeah.
deployer, let's say. So maybe those three, right? Pump was the first, and Trump has like 60% allocated. uh, Pump and most are about 80% or something like that. So maybe those three. What do you think, Frogboy? Tell me.
Yeah, good question. Well, when BitcoinHEX asked that, the first thing that came to mind was the idea of like these RH cores. I mean, sorry, these RH memes to me feel like they're going to be the new cores, in the future.
I,
As ludicrous as that may sound, it feels like these are going to be like future blue chips on
mhm,
PulseChain.
sure.
That's how I feel about it. So in terms of like within the RH memes, definitely Pump, Most, Trump, BitcoinHEX. I feel like those, I mean, those stand out in terms of, I don't know, like core feelings and all that jazz. But
Mhm.
I agree with Pedro with like, we want to keep, try and keep it PV. It's good to have a bit of banter between them all. It
Mhm.
really
Sure.
is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, but overall, the big mission is like PVE. We're all like anyone putting in a shekel or a dime or $100 or more in any of these are essentially they're winners. Like we're all in the same boat here, literally.
I agree. I agree 100%. I think that's the right way to look at it. And look, man, whichever coin of these 20 you like the most, it doesn't really matter. All of them they're going to pump. And in my humble opinion, I think the ones that have the least attention now, that have the lower liquidity, those are the ones that are going to pump the hardest, right?
Mm,
Because there's just easier to pump. And after so many of them pump, why not Tron, or why not USDC, or some of these coins that have literally no attention, no community yet, right?
yeah.
Those coins, I think, yeah, they're going to do crazy numbers. And I think for some that will probably be like the kickstart of their own communities, I guess. So
Mm,
that'll be interesting to see. I think that will be very interesting, because the fact that we have 20 coins, it's not easy to have 20 fully developed sub communities, right? It's not
yeah.
that easy, right? It takes time.
Yeah.
So that's but I think at some point we will see that. We'll absolutely see that, because it's an opportunity. Like, look, guys, if you if you have time, if you want to run an account, like, pick one of these memes that don't have anybody CTOing them, like, right, in terms of social media, like doing content
Yeah.
representing the coin, because it's a huge opportunity. If these coins can easily do 100 1000x, like, very easy, right? So, like, it's a huge opportunity, right? Because you can gather, like a following of people who believe in the message, right? In the community, in the lore, whatever, right? And you can
Mm.
contribute to it as well. So it's a huge opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It is. Pedro, I was listening to your earlier videos. I was listening to episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3
Hey,
yesterday.
nice.
Yeah. Um, yeah, just to get a good gauge. And yeah, and it was just fun. Just fun. It feels like this narrative is just so primed, and the latest news, the latest tweets from Richard Hart
Mhm.
have been uh, honestly, there's two things that are calling out to be a little bit more on the bullish side for me. That's standing out. And that's number one, CZ buying his own chains tokens
Mhm.
regarding like Aster and the competition trying to take out Hyperliquid.
Yep.
So that makes me bullish on founders buying within their own chain. So that makes me bullish on RH doing the same thing, because that idea is floating around on CT of founders buying and having a
Mhm.
big chunk of their own supply. So the more that idea is floating around on CT, the more that they're warmed up to the idea of, okay, whoa, there's another founder. There's Richard Hart. Oh, that dude with the bags and the meme guy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Huh. He owns a crap ton of that. Whoa. Okay.
Hmm.
So they're already warmed to that idea. So I think that's pretty cool. And then number two, the tweets from Richard Hart lately have been, from my opinion, he's calling out a lot of the weak mentalities. A lot of people like bitching about and pussying about within PulseChain, just being pussies. He's calling him out, and I think that's pretty good. I think that's bullish for the whole RH memes narrative as a whole, because people, because of that tension and hate, and I tend to bet on underdogs and people and things and ideas that are against the grain. So if everyone's wanting cores and P copies, and they all believe that Sack Daddy's going to pump their bags for them, I feel like Sack Daddy's not going to do that. I feel like he's going to do the exact opposite and go for a small thing. If we're including that variable in the equation of Sack Daddiness, right? And I feel like you know going against the grain. So that's what I'm really seeing in the past few days. What about you, Pedro? What have you been seeing on Twitter, on the timeline that's been standing out?
I mean, first of all, those like were very good comments, and I agree entirely. First, I think you should exclusively look into underdogs, right? That's the thing that you want to buy, right? It's the underdogs. That's it, because those are the ones that represent the 1,000 to 10,000x opportunity, or even more, right? Those are the ones you need to focus on, because Hex was an underdog last season, right? On the
Right.
last cycle. So it made sense to bet on Hex, right? It's still like I can argue that cores are still underdogs, right? In a way, because they're still nobody looks at them outside of PulseChain, right? But you have underdogs of the
Yeah,
underdogs, right? Like the ones that are within PulseChain, people don't even
that's
care
right.
about, right? So yeah, those are the ones that we care about. And secondly, yes, I think this narrative can be huge, especially because you don't really need SecDaddy to come and pump your banks, right? You can do that, right? You can buy most or pump or like any of the other ones, but you don't really need that. If money starts to flow for whatever reason, could be because of the marketing, could be because RH decides to pay KOLs to promote PulseChain. Doesn't really matter how the money comes,
Right.
right? Once the money starts to flow, then yeah, I do think that there's little chance that these coins won't pump extremely hard, especially with the amazing work that like everyone is doing, you guys are doing, in the sense of spreading the word on Twitter. Man, it's insane the amount of content that I see on a daily basis from different RH meme accounts, like ones that I don't even follow. They just appear on my timeline, just chilling
Yeah.
RH memes. It's crazy. It's insane. I think it's really picking up, right? And also, I see that a lot of these OG core maxis are like blocking
Yeah.
people from our community. That is a good sign. That is an extremely good sign. It means that we are annoying. We are annoying as hell, and that's super important. That's super important because you want to get under their skin, right? When our coins start to pump harder, they'll be like, they'll remember, right? They'll remember
Mm.
you, like who were like saying, look at this. They'll remember me. They'll remember each one of us that's producing content and memes, and always like throwing at their
Yeah.
faces, right? Because especially because like we're not doing it in a in a bad way, right? We're not attacking and insulting. We're doing it in a memeable way, which is
Yeah.
amazing, right? Like when I was doing content for like other projects, the Hex One stablecoin, I got blocked by all the OG hexicans, which was actually impressive, only because of memes, right? Because of the video memes that I helped produce, right?
Wow.
That's it. That's the only thing. We produced a couple of videos and then they blocked like the account. It was like
Wow.
insane, absolutely crazy. So like they still have that maxi spirit attached to them, and they need to let go, right? And the proper way, I think, it's the way that we're doing, which is never attacking, just doing cool memes, just like doing our thing, and then they'll eventually turn
Yeah.
around, right? Yeah, that's my honest opinion, right?
Agreed,
That's my
Pedro.
honest opinion.
Agreed. It reminds me a lot, coming from Ethereum. I'm amongst the top 4 communities and cults on Murad's list of 10. There's SBX, there's Giga, there's Mog, there's Apu, there is Ticker Bitcoin, and being on the list is very reminiscent of being on this RH Memes 20 list kind of thing, because there's 10 communities over there and there's 10 communities over here in this RH Memes narrative, and they're all in the same boat of being like pretty much PVE. They're all got their different sublengths, different cultures, different people, different ideas. It's like going to different countries, going to Japan or going to Portugal. It's going to be different food, different standards, everything. But yeah, it's I can definitely see a lot of the values, a lot of the practices and standards coming over here within this narrative. So yeah, PVE and making them laugh, like just when you're reading the comments when it comes to the maxis and all the other people that have a lot of emotion and very set in their ways, if you can make them laugh or just poke fun at a common funny thing within the PulseChain thing that you can laugh, maybe you're laughing at yourself or maybe you're laughing together, or having just being a bit cheeky, like that goes a long way with cementing the idea of like, hey, these guys are funny, they've got motion, they've got this, they've got energy. Yeah, these guys are on a cool wavelength over here. You remember that? Yeah, I agree with you, Victor. 100%.
I agree, man. I agree. I think we're building something very, very awesome, right? In terms of community, especially because like the underlying thing, it's in my opinion, it's extremely solid, right? You have technology. In terms of technology, you have like a supply that cannot be changed,
Yeah,
right? It's fixed forever, can only go down. So on that front, you're safe. You don't need to worry about anything, right? It's not like you can mint more or blah blah blah. No, there's
right.
nothing, right? There's no tax. There's no nothing. Like it can be burned just because of uh, transactions. Let's say because of volume, normal PulseX
Yeah,
transaction, right? And people burning for whatever reason, right? But I like those economics, right? I absolutely love those
yeah,
economics, right? Very slow, diminishing supply. Um, I absolutely like it. It's not something that like some other coins, right? Where you can have to face the inflation that's coming and you don't really know if the people are going to sell, blah, blah,
mm,
blah. Like none of that shit. Either you buy a bag or, you don't buy a bag and you're going to be looking at it.
yeah,
That's it. Simple, right? Simple mechanics, man, but I absolutely love it, Keep it simple,
yeah.
basically. Um,
Pedro, we're actually getting quite a few comments.
yeah, man, it's going wild. People want to participate, man. That's what I'm saying, man. This is growing. This is growing as a community, and I'm loving it. Um, what do you want to highlight? Tell me.
Well, I can start to read a few that we have hope maybe missed. Well, I'll read them out really quickly, and then I'll pass it on. Ready?
Sure.
So Docile says, Pedro, Pedro, Pedro. The meme Mexican says, hey everyone, BitcoinHEX. Okay, we already answered that one. That was a good question. DJ Pauly says, what's up? AJ says, RH memes are amazing for trolling. It is so true. It is so true. It's really fun to troll.
It's true, man. 100%.
RH memes community is fresh, new, and growing. Yeah, that's what attracted me, AJ. That's why I had to. It was just too juicy. Hex Toshi says Richard will post about RH memes at some point. Yeah, especially when they're kicking freaking ass. Yeah, 100%. Just like what he did at the start, Pedro. He didn't he showcase a. It's on the website. It's on the lore page. You put it in the lore page. Some of his tweets.
Ah, yeah, absolutely, 100%. And we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But yes, 100%. We did put some of the important tweets. Let's say some of the important tweets that RH did regarding the RH
Yeah.
memes. Mostly and
I
top, I
love being
guess.
able to just send through the link to them. And like rate a comment from a maxi and just send them through rhmemes.com/law. And if they do click on it, then they'll get some nice surprises.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like you should play with it, and we'll like I'll share the screen in a second. Like to showcase, let's say, the new galaxy map of PulseChain. I think that that's an interesting update. It's an interesting update.
Pedro BitcoinHEX said, I have friends actually more interested in RH memes than cause because the main influencers suck.
Look, I don't think it's like it's that they suck. I think it's that they're not telling people what they want to talk about. They're not telling people what they want to hear. They're not discussing things that interest people, like the newcomers, right? They're just talking about the same thing over and over again,
Yeah,
and like people just don't find it interesting right now. So either they look at something else, or they just risk it, not grabbing as much attention as they did in the past,
yeah,
right? And look, in my humble opinion, again, and following everybody is not a great option. I understand the strategy, which is if I don't follow, like, if I'm not in an echo chamber, right, I might get to, I might reach different people, right? But I don't think it that works that well, to be honest. But just my
mm,
opinion. So I think the probably the best thing to do, right, is just try to change your message a little bit, right? Try to look beyond, beyond the wall, beyond where you usually look, right? Um, you understand what I mean,
yeah.
right?
Expand, stretch, grow,
Expand. Yeah.
challenge.
hmm Exactly.
Um, Meme Hexkin said, I need a new hard drive, Pedro, for Bitcoin Hex content. Ha ha ha. He's doing so many.
Yeah, bro, you're crazy, man. Like the amount of memes that you produce daily, man, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
If you say RH memes, you want everyone to support. Yeah, each other. Yeah.
Don't forget that just mock the PDAI community, man. Yeah, like look, bro, it's probably my favorite coin, right? I was today earlier in executes, you know, Twitter space, just for like a little bit before while I was cooking, and actually, like they asked me which ones are my favorite, right? And like I said that Dai, I think it's still my favorite, just because it's so hated, right, by the PDAI guys, right, and doesn't like nobody pays attention like the rest of the people, so it's kind of like it's so weird to me, especially because it's the only one. Check all the charts and see if I'm lying, but it's the only one which had the all-time high after the launch.
Yeah, you're right. I remember you saying that. That stood out for me
Yeah.
since you pointed that
Yeah.
out.
Man, I think it's built different, man. I think there's something there. Like there's this je ne sais quoi, like there's something
Yeah,
there that is calling to me. I don't know what it is, bro, but it's just calling
follow
to
your
me.
gut. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, and I like this one though, by the way. RH memes to RH memes PVE, RH memes to course PvP. Yeah, more or less. Let's say, yeah, those terms are acceptable. Those terms are acceptable.
Oh, Crypty Girl says, "Hey guys." Oh, let's be honest. Yeah, let's be honest, Pedro. So many people won't promote them until they have a
Yeah, no,
juicy
of course,
bag.
of course. I agree, man, and that's part of the process. It's part of the process, man. But they'll get their just in case back at some point. They'll get
Yeah.
it. And yeah, this is a very good comment as well. Um, like pump, like I absolutely see RH taking advantage of that, like he did with pDAI, right? But in this case, it's even better, right? Because you're just targeting a community, like using a ticker, right?
Yeah.
It's smarter, right? There's no sell pressure, only buy pressure, right? In the sense of the like I'm talking about the new people who come, right? They cannot come to dump on you. They can come to buy your coin.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's
Smarter,
it.
better.
Man. Oh yeah,
Cryptic Girl, welcome. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for your next Twitter Spaces. So,
Me
and
too.
happy
Yeah.
fall. It's actually it's my favorite season. Is the fall. It's my favorite season. I love it. I love the fall. I actually like winter too, but fall is just beautiful. It's like special, right? The colors, they're um, they're quite nice. They're quite nice. They have no idea what's coming. Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. Okay, let me. I was trying to search for that. Here we go.
Oh, we got a new.
This was. Let me
Oh,
share here.
yeah, Pedro. We got a new face, I think, as well. Dolphin Rising. He says all RH memes will rip faces off PulseChain influencers who sidelined. Will cry even harder. Yeah, man. That's what I'm anticipating too. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, man. I think so. I think so. 100%. It's just a matter of time. Literally just a matter of time. These coins are poised to pump. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
They have the story, the lore. They have everything. Like all the ingredients. Literally, like there's nothing else much needed. Just people buying them because they see the light. Because they see. Wait a minute. This is actually a cool idea. So and they'll
Yeah.
buy it. It's simple as that.
Pedro, could you help me out here? Whenever I go onto Deck Screener, I type in die.
Uh-huh.
The RH die comes up first. I can't
Hmm.
really find the other P die.
pDAI, yeah, sometimes it's hard to find actually. pDAI is actually hard to find because it's the same contract address as the DAI on Ethereum. So that's why.
Ah, could
Yeah,
be a good thing for RH die.
it's a very good thing for RHI 100%. Because like first you'll have a lot of people searching for pDAI, right? And they'll get scammed because they'll find the token that's not pDAI. And then
Yeah.
they'll understand, oh, I need to search for the DAI, right? And then they'll search for that and they'll see RH DAI, right? So there's also that
Oh yeah.
potential, I'd say. But I think like the most of the buying volume will come naturally for people who actually want to buy that coin because they see, wait, this is still using the DAI brand, but in this
Yeah.
case, there's no extra unwanted supply, right? So
Yeah.
basically, that's it. Oh,
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Docile is sharing, yeah, is sharing the pDAI one, I think. Okay, let me try to share my screen here.
Do the contract address. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, NJ. Yeah, I've been, bro, Pedro. The latest update you did has been so good. You did another
Yeah,
update today, and there was one yesterday as well with your special. I'll let you show it off. I don't want to spoil the surprise.
no, yeah, for sure, for sure. By the way, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Because this was like the like one of the things that we were talking about, right? The fact that Richard was basically complaining, or not complaining, but
Mm.
um, basically asking people to, to not sorry, not to, yeah, this is the one, but like the I wanted to show like Brute's reply because according to him, right? According to him, this was a
Yep.
reply that triggered Richard to, then post the post that we'll see in a second, but the angry,
Yep.
not angry post, but like like saying that people are kind of like retarded, let's say. Um, I'm not sure if like look, I'm not sure if this is the like the one, right? I'm not sure if this was the post. If this was, man, if this was. Great, because it's triggered Richard, and I think
Yeah.
that's it's always positive. Like if you see
Yep.
somebody triggered, it means that they care, right?
Yep.
It doesn't mean the opposite. It means that they care, right? So if they
Yep.
care, um, man, like less worries for you, right? Like,
Yep.
but that also tells me that maybe, and look, I know that Richard, you're watching this. Like, don't take it the wrong way, bro. Don't block me for this. I love you, bro. But it means that maybe he's a little bit rusty, from not doing live streams, from not debating and like talking about this on a day, like literally on a daily basis, right? So because I would expect Richard to have a different answer, right? To be to be smarter, to be able to play with information, right?
Yeah.
So, but look, it's a good sign. It's a good sign, right? I'm not saying this is a bad sign. I'm actually saying the opposite, right? I'm glad that we're seeing not angry, but like Richard like coming out of the woodworks, just like um, like to go against people. It's good, man.
Yeah.
This ha,
It's. I think it's healthy. I think it's good. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've
I like
noticed
seeing Richard
Beirut.
complaining.
Yeah, I've noticed Beirut try to. I've noticed him. He's obviously trying to provoke and trigger RH
Hmm.
meme by doing the comparison with CZ and other founders and stuff like that.
Of course.
So I thought, okay, cool. I mean, that's healthy. That's
No,
that's
no, it is. It is. It's smart to like um, to pick a little bit, to push a little bit.
yeah,
But we'll see, because man, I do think that RH has surprises, right? I'm not sure which surprises. I have no idea, but I think that he always has something like prepared, right?
yeah.
It can be pumping the chain, it can be like marketing stuff, it can be whatever, right? Doesn't really matter, but he always has something prepared, right? So I don't think that sending the devices was the full plan, right? I think it was part of something that he's doing, but I'm not sure if we have the whole plan, or if we understand the whole plan, right? What he's trying to achieve, right?
I'd love to get. I'd love to dive deeper, on your thoughts there because I value your because you've been here for a while, right? You've been here. Yeah, you know crypto. You know this dude. You've seen Richard Hart's character arc grow, over the years,
Mhm.
and so like, what's your opinion on what else? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm thinking that I'm not sure if he wants to come back now, right? I'm thinking that, and this has been my thought for quite some time, that I I think that he wants to come back when he's winning, right? That's
Yeah,
my that's my thought. But I also think that if he's provoked enough, and if what he's trying is not like working the way that he sees, there's like two options, right? At some point, either you fully go into hide mode and you don't care, or you go into crazy mode, beast mode, and like he starts streaming and whatever, right? Doing everything in his power to change the tide, right? the tides. But but still, I think I know we're at the very like last stage of the bull, right? The next couple of
Yep.
months, but we still have time, right? There's still weeks, right?
Oh
Before
yeah.
I start to say, look, now we're in dangerous waters, right? Like if we see everything doing like 10x and above, but we are not doing anything, then maybe we should worry a little bit, right? But until
Right.
that happens, right? Until that happens, I'm not worried at all, basically, because I don't think that we have reasons to be worried at all. Um, I think there's a plan, and I think the man is fully aware of what's happening, right? So
Yeah.
I trust the guy, right? In that sense, right? I trust that he knows what he's doing, right? As we
Yep.
know that what we are doing, right? In the sense that we're promoting, we're like trying our best, right, to create new narratives and interesting things, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think that he would just sit and wait, right? I don't think he's like that, right? Like as
Mm.
from what I've seen until today. And look, there's like we're not discussing everything regarding the at least what I know that's happening, right? Like for example, something that I think that we haven't discussed like super in depth is the fact that, for example, the BitcoinHEX meme group on Telegram, that group was created by Richard Hart, right, in 2020 or something.
Yep.
And but that group, the admin of that group is basically one of the Richard Old's accounts, right? Uh, so
Mm.
like it's still doing like posting shit, right? So um, like I know that it's not that I know, but I have a feeling that he's still very active, right? And he still
Yep.
cares, but he's doing it like in a different way, uh, not so clearly, right? So maybe it's a little bit, like under the curtain, right? Behind the
Yep.
curtain, right? Behind the curtain. That's what I mean. Um, so what do I mean? What do I want to conclude, man? That that I think that we'll be seeing more of Richard Hart in terms of streaming and like doing things that we want, right, as a community, because we want to engage with him, right? That's the point. We want to engage more with him. So I think he'll
Yeah.
be more present, but we just have to be patient, right? We have to be patient and like trust the plan. Just believe, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Pedro. Thank you.
No problem. I mean, like he's accomplished what he's set out like to do, right? So far.
Mm.
So and look, until the cycle is over, and like it's like a football match, right? Until the referee like says that the match is over and like nothing can be done. Like until then, like there's a game to play, and it's not over basically. So like things can change very quickly, right?
Yeah.
Like in just 2-3 weeks, like you can be like up 10x, right? More
Yeah.
easily. So, that this is the thing that people don't realize is that we can go up a lot very fast, right? We can go down a lot after that. But like my point is, the shorter the time frame that you have to go up, the more explosive the price action is. You know?
Mm. Mm. Yeah. And those weeks feel like months.
Mm-hmm.
Because
100%.
our feeling of time just goes, whew. You're on.
Let me tell you why. Because a lot of things will be happening when that time comes, right? When everything is going up like non-stop, like there's so much going on that you'll feel that it's like months passing by, right? When it's just a
Mm.
couple of days, right? Um, that's literally how it happened, right? Because you're
Yeah.
going up for like 3 or 4 months, and you're like, oh, this feeling will never cease to exist, right? Basically,
Yeah.
and you forget it. You probably should probably be selling,
Yeah.
Um, that's what happens to everybody, right? They start sharing
Yeah.
like screenshots, portfolio screenshots, blah blah, blah lifestyle, etc. And I'm
Everything is
happy for
fun.
that, because
Oh
that actually onboards a lot of people, right?
yeah.
So man, when it starts to go up, please guys, share as much as you possibly can, right? Lifestyle with the Ferraris and shit, like whatever, okay, crazy shit. Please do. That helps.
Yeah. Pedro, while it's on my head, from my perspective, only knowing of Richard Hart for maybe 2 years, 2.5 years, and not being the biggest fans of him at the start, especially at the start, um, and then coming across just whatever 1.5 months ago or so, 2 months now,
Mhm.
um, seeing him create pump tires and then having it on the devices and then having these 20 tokens, the narrative, and pairing it up with the big jigsaw piece of his ego, and seeing him be a literal walking meme with the bags and the Louis Vuitton and everything. Like, it's looking to me like the most obvious thing for me is that meme season will be coming, and he will be the king, or he will be plastered out there as, you know, meme king, because he is literally a crypto mega meme, and he has the biggest ego in crypto easily. Like, we could easily put money on that, easily put those two things together. He's got a whole chain to himself, and ego, meme season, put them two together, and himself, and the picture of himself, the character. I think that's like a recipe, like a match made in heaven. That's why I came over, because it's just too obvious for me. Too obvious, I think.
I mean, I agree, and something that's also important to reference is that, look, I don't know if Richard is not streaming because of the thing. How is it called?
Oh, the SEC and all that jazz.
Not the SEC, the other guys, the Interpol thing.
Oh, Interpol. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's related. I don't think it is, but what I would like to see happening at some point would be the Interpol thing disappearing, right? Because then, like, it would be more clear to us, right, if it has anything to do or not with Richard streaming, right?
Yeah, clarity.
Yeah, I would like to see that, actually. And actually, I would like to see the impact on most, right? I don't think it's going to have any impact, right? But I'm sure it will have like a small, like, week or something, like something minor, and then it will recover. But I would prefer that to happen now, like, than later. Even though later means that it's a buying opportunity anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But and you know why? Because I think that Richard coming back again, it's potential for more memes, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Right now he's humble, Richard, blah, 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 but we don't know. Like, if everything starts to pump, why wouldn't he, buy more stuff and, do like more crazy videos, like buying spree, right? Maybe he can do that, or maybe he'll do other things that are very minimal, right? No idea. Or maybe he'll just share the old stuff and comment on that, right? Maybe even that is enough, right, for people to go crazy, right? But my point is, like, Richard content would help, like 100%. Not that, like, it would help, not like to satisfy everyone's egos of asking Richard questions that he doesn't want to answer, right? But it would help in the sense of allowing people to create more content and talk about what he's saying, etc., right? But I think, like, his approach is correct at the end of the day. You know why? Because it's giving other people the opportunity to, to shine, basically. Because, like, if he's streaming, man, it's much harder to, like, to get attention, right? Or it's much harder to speculate, right? Because he's saying the things, right? He's literally on a live stream saying things, right? I like this, I don't like that, blah blah, something like, and he'll say things that, like, probably doesn't really mean, or that he means, and then he's like, oh, maybe I didn't really mean what you guys understood. You see, so I think it would create more problems right now. Like, when everything is up 100x, like, you can say whatever he fucking wants, right? Whatever he fucking wants. Yeah.
Agreed. I also feel like there's a part factor being, whether it's a small factor or a big factor, whatever, a small factor at least being leveraging the timing and leveraging timing. Because if he were to time it, like I think you were saying, he should do a stream at the top or something like that.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Yeah, it would be. It would be.
It would be the top stream, literally on the day of the top. That would be amazing.
And yeah, I agree. I feel like the timing factor is a big one, because that can give you so much more leverage for free. For free, you could amplify your leverage by 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x, just simply due to the timing. So anyway, those are my thoughts on that. But
yeah, no, I agree. But look, at the end of the day, it's like, it's enough that he's tweeting, right? Like, he can just tweet, like, he can just, like, bull post, and it's more than enough, right? It can do, like, some some videos, non live stream videos, just like normal videos, right? And
Yep.
like that's already okay, man. I'm happy with that because it's up to us, man. At the end of the day, I think it's us who need to build and we need to create content, and utilize the things that he gives us, but it doesn't really need to be like live streaming every day like for us to be able to do content, right? Like
Yeah.
the most important thing is that for him as a leader to be able to find a way for the chain to pump, right? And hopefully this time people won't like be selling and won't be dumping on his ass, right? um, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? But that's the thing about the RH memes, which is they have less dumpers, right? And you can just
Yeah.
look at the charts, right? We can just take a look at the charts, and it's obvious, right? We can just look at any RH meme chart, and it's so obvious that um, they're much stronger, man. They're much stronger.
Ah, they
Yeah.
are.
And let me do that actually. Let's go to. Oh, and I did. Oh, yeah. I put together. Where is it? My.
Pedro, you're looking really clear. You look,
I'm looking what? Clear?
yeah, you look. Your resolution on your webcam, it's like bumped up to 8K,
Really? All right. Weird. It's the
and you
same
sound
webcam.
super clear too.
My audio is good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Man, that's what I worry about. Man, I hate when the audio is not good, man. I absolutely fucking hate it. Because it's one of the things that, no, because look, one of the things that makes me not watch things is like bad audio, bad microphones. Like I'm like, ugh, man, I'm old. I'm not young. I don't. I've seen so much stuff. I don't need your shit. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna listen. In fact, it's not. If it doesn't have like a good sound quality, I'm not gonna listen. I have no.
I hear you there, man. I hear you.
Yeah, I hate it. Man, when I was younger, I didn't care. I was listening to anything. I was like, just I want the information of it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Now I'm exactly the opposite. So the less, the more. Just
No,
a
that's good.
different stage, I guess. Wait, let me. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find my. Where
Yeah.
is it? I'm trying
While
to
you're doing
find.
that,
Ah,
Pedro,
there we go. There we go. My watch list. It's this
do
one.
you want me to read out some comments for you?
Yeah, please. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Da, 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 da. George says, Pedro, is the bridge working?
Yeah, man. I haven't bridged in some time. Like the last few times I bought I tried different services like Change Now, Liberty Swap. So I didn't really use the bridge. So I
Okay.
haven't used it like since the summer, I guess. But the last time I used it, it worked fine. So
Okay, cool, cool. NJ says, need ETH to clear all-time high for good to pump and for him to come back.
let's see. Let me try. Let me try to. Let me see
I
if I can
agree with that,
customize it.
NJ. Yeah, all-time high for Ethereum will lead the way for a lot of the alts and PulseChain and Hex and memes, everything. And yeah, it will set up a nice ramp for Richard Hart to roll on, to come back to streaming and all that jazz. If he doesn't even need to come back to stream, but maybe it's a stream, maybe it's a celebratory kind of stream like he did for Christmas or him beating
Yeah,
the SEC.
exactly.
Docile liked the layouts before. He said, "Yeah, layout good."
Perfect.
DJ Paulie said, "I have a sweet ass BitcoinHEX cycling shirt from Matty." Huh. No way.
To get the weekly here.
When you start looking at real estate sites, that's a top. Hey, that's actually a great point. Pedro, DJ Paulie said, when you start looking at real estate sites, that's a top.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, sure. It might not be like the top. Maybe you start looking at the first 10x, right? But yeah, like when you start to go after things that are normally out of your league, sure, that's a sign, right? That's a sign you should be selling. So it is what it is.
Crypto Lover says, buying more RH memes. Strong emoji.
Perfect. Smart man. And look at this chart, man. Look at Doge. This chart is
Yeah,
it's amazing,
yeah,
man. Weekly chart looks strong. You know,
it's
we had
attractive.
good launch, then dump, then recover, then the mega dump again, and now just recovering. And you know, I think it's throwing one of those channels, right? And then at some point it's going to break and whoop, just keep
Yeah.
going,
Yep.
right? Super clear, right? I don't even need to put the lines here, right? You guys see it, right? The channel here, and at some point is going to break and go up, right? It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, Pedro, with your experience, you've probably seen many charts and fractals that look similar to this. Like, could you give a little bit of more context of like pairing your expertise with what you see here? Like, because we've got family friends that will see this, and it might be the first time they see a chart like this.
Sure.
But whereas you've seen so many, you could be like, "Yep, this is a banger," or "Yeah, this is okay." You know what I mean?
I do know what I mean. I mean, for me, it's kind of hard to know just by looking at the chart because although the chart it's a lot of information is like 80% of the information you need is literally the chart, right? But
Yep.
I think the other 20% are the differentiator between something that does 1000x and something that does 10,000x, right? Um, I cannot say that I know, right? Just by looking at the charts, it's at least to me, it's impossible to know, right? I can tell you
Yep.
if the chart looks good, but I cannot tell you if it's that good means it's gonna do 1000 or 10,000x. I have
Oh,
no
of
idea
course.
because that difference is, I think, in my opinion, is the memetics, right? When I say
Mm,
memetics, I mean is the way that you onboard people, right? Your capacity to onboard, the capacity that your coin has to grab attention. That's what I mean, right? And
right.
but I think memetics are gonna win this cycle, right? So I'm just gonna say memetics. Although I
Memetics.
mean the attention thing, right? What's gonna grab people's attention, right?
Yep.
And in that sense, which one of the 20 is gonna do that? Um, is it just the price? So if somebody say, okay, probably the one that has the best price, so you're gonna say most, right? Other people are gonna be like, no, probably Hex or something that Richard likes and that has a strong community already that could shift into this coin, like pDAI or DAI. I don't know, right? So each one of these coins has its own potential, right? And that potential
Yeah.
is the difference, right? It's the last 10x, the last 100x, right? And that's where the money is made, let's say. So it's very, at least to me, right, it's very hard to gauge because I think that is more linked to the power of community, right? Like Sol, for example. Sol is
Mm,
crazy, man. It has a bunch of people just doing memes, right? Almost as many as as BitcoinHEX with the meme hexing, because he produces content for like 20 people, I think. But like that is the differentiator, in my opinion, is the community's capacity to grab attention, right? To produce content and to grab attention, right? So
yep.
that is not only linked to quantity, right? It's also linked to quality. So look, it's so many variables that it's very that's why I think it's, for me, it's possible to know which one of these 20 coins is going to do the most exit, right? I have to
Mm,
try to gauge, but um, when I see something in a chart like this, right? Let me open up the one that I want to show you. When I see something in a chart like this, I can leave it here, right? Where we have the all-time high here, right? Not here, right? This was lunch, and this was
yep.
all-time high. So there's a differentiator there, right? And yeah, man, the chart, for example, this looks, man, this looks good here. Like you could say, like, oh, I'm worried, right? Because I don't know if this is going to continue like the downtrend, right? Um,
Right.
but if we think that everything is going up, right? These coins are the ones that are going to pump like crazy. They're going to pump
Right.
like crazy, right? More than what we expect, right? And here I'm just measuring from like fib levels, bottom to top, so like a 100x, right? And this is like minimum, right? Because what happened with Hex and other coins, right, was why is my oops? Let me just shift my screen here. Give me seconds. What happened with Hex and some other coins was that from here they did like 10x or more, right? So
Wow.
this is like more something more something that I would expect more, right? Like to see
Yep.
for this coin, right? Is doing much more than we expect, right? And what we expect is something like this, right? Something at least. at least 100x, right? For example, but I would see like some of these coins, right, doing like 1000x, maybe more, right?
Mm.
So man, and it's not if you think about it, it's not that crazy, right? It's it would be like what 300 million market cap. It's not, is it that crazy? No, I don't think so, right? I think
Yeah.
when everything pumps a lot, like 300 million market cap won't sound that crazy, right? Will sound a bit crazy, but not that much, because you'll see many meme coins like with 10 billion or more market cap, right? So 300 million is okay. That's why I think that, like, it can go like even higher, right? You know, there's no reason why this DAI couldn't reach $1, right, or more. So let me just put the $1 target, because it's a fair value for DAI, right? It's called DAI, man. It's called DAI. So what else? I mean,
Yeah.
it's obvious, right? Um, and look, this would be 32x after 100x. So 33. Well, let me go there. Actually, oops. Let me go there. Man, these big numbers. 3541x. Yeah. So it's possible, man. You could get like a 3000x on, for example, DAI, right? And like it doesn't look like crazy, right? Because it's log, but if I put it on linear, right, this is how it looks. You know, this is literally how it's gonna look, right? Something like this, like a huge candlestick until here, right? Yeah, man. That's why it sounds so insane, right? Because when you look at a chart like this, you don't see, you literally see nothing, right?
Yeah.
So it does sound impossible, but it's not. Actually, it's not. It's not impossible. And like at $1, this would be like 1 billion market cap, right? Man, if most goes to 10 billion or 20 billion, which is possible, right? I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually possible. There's absolutely no reason like these smaller coins couldn't reach, you know, crazy numbers. Or it doesn't even need, most doesn't even need to go to those numbers. It's just a matter of like, opportunity cost. Let's say that most goes to like 2 billion, right? And people are like, okay, they're selling into something else, and they see that this DAI only has done like on 100x, right? So maybe it's a good opportunity, because why not? Why not $1, right? So the same logic with pDAI we can apply to DAI, right? To RH DAI. Why not $1, right? Why not $1?
Yeah. Yeah.
Richard's died speculation after which has launched from zero and has the goal of reaching one. It's literally here, bro. It's like in the description, right? That the pulse the pump players deployer made, right? Has the goal of reaching one. So this is the fucking goal, man. This is the goal. It's written right here, so it must be true, right?
Pedro, what's your opinion on, because you were here for the Hex, like I keep on telling a little bit of my family that, okay, Pedro, he said he rode the pDAI narrative and the Hex narrative, and you were in on Doge, early on as well. So
Yes.
you've there's a pattern with Pedro with finding him being in narratives that go up a lot, right? Where was I going with this one? It was just on my head.
No, it's fine.
Damn it. Damn. But yeah, that's what I tell my family a little bit. Now that I'm in the narrative, I'm like, guys, Pedro he's a G. He's a G. We're so fortunate to have this guy leading, being a leader in this narrative, and for streaming and giving us the websites, the work, the pages, the alpha, everything. Yeah.
Man, I try my best. Let me share some proof of work, right? Because some people might not know, might have not seen this, right? But man, this is me, right? You can see me right here. Let me not put song, but this is me, right? So speaking to the God King himself, Richard Hart, right?
Wow.
Yeah, this is the proof of work, right? And I have like articles written about Hex. I need to find them, because I think the original ones are like were deleted, right? Like by the media. The media disappeared or something like that. The company that I wrote them for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it's called Coin Rivet, yeah. But I think that on where is it What's that website where you can grab the website's history, like in the past?
Oh yeah, Internet Archive kind of thing.
Yeah, what's the web archive? What it doesn't matter. I can
Yeah,
still find the URLs there, and I can still see the articles. And those articles were written before X launch, right? So I'll find it and like I'll share it on Twitter. But
yeah.
um, and
Yes, please.
I've done my bit even before. Like, and look, I risked my name before Hex was even launched. Like, people need to understand this. Like, it was before Hex did the 10,000x. I literally put my name, my reputation on the line for a Hex, literally before a Hex launched. And like, sometimes people don't understand the difference, right? Look,
Mm,
I literally, well, like that from Coin Revet, those Hex articles were the reason that they kicked me out like a bit later, right? Because it's a scam, blah blah. You're promoting scams, so get the fuck out. I was like, are these people for real? So like it got me into a lot of trouble, right? Hex. Not, but I'm not saying that I regret it. Like, I regret nothing, absolutely nothing. But
right.
I did chill Hex, and I was promoting Hex when it was painful to do so, right?
Yeah.
Before the 10,000x, when you did not know the outcome, right? So I don't mind putting my name on the line if I do think the outcome is going to be like this huge. Because look, the payout is, um, you get to tell people, right? You get the badge, you get the badge of honor of riding something that did a 10,000x, right? And
Yeah.
it's a fucking amazing badge to have, to be honest, right? So I absolutely love it. Then I do think it's possible with some of these memes, right? So um, let's go back to it, right? So this is like, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is possible, right? Absolutely possible. The numbers sound absolutely crazy now, which it's understandable, right? But at some point, they won't sound that crazy, right? At some point they won't sound that crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, there's so many, I think so many good opportunities, to be honest. It's crazy, so many good opportunities. Troy, man, look at this beauty, look at this beauty.
It
Looks
looks so
amazing.
good.
This looks amazing, bro. Looks amazing. Look at this, so nice. Let me see that. Yeah, it's linear, perfect. Man, looks awesome. This shirt looks absolutely awesome. Looks
Mm,
primed to rip at some point, right? When it does, it's gonna do crazy numbers. And again, like, very low liquidity, nobody's expecting. But look, I remember these having like 9k liquidity, not a long time ago, right? So I'm sure like this is growing, and this is absolutely growing. This is absolutely growing. Um, like, just pay attention, guys, because it went from 9 10k liquidity, now it's already 3x, almost like 3x, or close to 4x. And soon, man, it's like the numbers are gonna keep going. They're gonna keep going, and faster. That's the point. It's gonna be faster, right? um so, like, just bet on the ones that you like, because you'll probably be able to hold them for longer, right?
yeah.
um yeah, man, then that's the I think that's the strategy, right? Oops, I think I closed the share screen. Sorry about that.
No,
Um,
no, no. Yeah, I love the look of all the RH memes. Um, the charts, they're looking pretty good. They're looking really good. They're all showing a very similar pattern and fractal.
Docile saying one that nice one, bro. Nice one. Just you caught me off guard. Because it's true, man. On that interview with RH, actually, I had to use the fucking phone, man. The audio was terrible. Lag, delay. Internet was not working. Like, my internet was failing. I was like, no, not today, man. Yeah, like, no. You know that Vader scene? No. I was feeling like that. Fuck. But yeah, man. But yeah, you're right, man. Sorry. I do apologize, guys. Listen to bad audio podcasts, because sometimes there's alpha there. Sometimes there's alpha
Oh
there.
yeah,
100%. But I was honest, man. I said, like, when you can and you have time and you are like hungry, like, you should, man. Just like go through all the fucking dark podcasts, whatever, like with bad sound quality, because sometimes like you find absolute gems.
mm,
Um, Man, let me answer this. Do you believe all RH memes will do 100x? I do think, like, bare minimum, like 100x is bare minimum for all of these memes, all of them, right? But some of them might do 1,000 or 10,000, right? So what's on 100x? It's nothing, right? Compared to the crazy numbers, right? So you might
mm.
feel like, oh, 100x, I'm so happy. But will you be happy if you know that the other coin, just like next to you, did like 1,000x? If you are, it's fine. I wouldn't. I would be pissed. But that's
Yeah.
just me, bro. That's just me. That's why I bought them all, because I don't want to be left behind. Like, I know
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick the right one. I know myself. I know. I just know. I cannot pick, like, among 20, bro. I'm not gonna pick the right one. Like, the odds are like so stacked against me, right? So, and I have the choice to actually buy them all. So it's like, bro, it's a no-brainer, right? It's an absolute no-brainer. But if you put all your money in one basket and that basket actually pumps the hearts, bro, it's gonna be insane. Congratulations, you gambled
Mm.
and you won. Uh, Man, I'm not like that. I can't do that. It's against my religion. I'm kidding, but man, it's just but if you can, man, if you have the balls to do that, then please. I like to watch those stories, man. The ones that go well, it's crazy, man. It's amazing. But yeah, you do you. I like to pick. I picked all of them. Right? I don't want to be left behind. Yeah, but 100x minimum, but Abdullah, 100x bare minimum, bare minimum.
Ooh. Pedro, best leverage on PulseChain are the tokens launched by First Deployer Wallet, and that was from
Exactly.
PulseX.
And welcome to the show, sir. Man, I agree. Again, 100%. It's literally, it's literally right now. It's leverage, man. It's insane, but it's literally
Mm.
leverage because nobody's paying attention. So you can just buy a bunch of tokens for so cheap, and you can be like a shark for less than, like, what, than $500 in some of them, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for example, XRP, right? You can like, actually, let me see if you can be. Actually, let me share rhmemes.com. Chill it for a little bit because it's a cool website,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it needs to be shielded. It needs to be shielded.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's go. So, what was I looking for? Remind me. I
XRP.
was. Oh yeah, XRP. XRP. There we go. So you can be, well, a shark for $200, like less than 300. Right?
Wow.
It's insane, bro. It's insane.
Jeez.
It's crazy, man. You can be a whale for 2K, man. It's crazy. It's so
Man.
crazy, right? USDT, for example. Yes, it's even cheaper, bro. It's crazy. It's nothing. This is like peanuts, right? This is peanuts.
It is. It is.
Man, let me actually sort by price. It's XRP one, the cheapest. So let's see.
I,
$100. Congratulations, and you're a shark.
far out.
This
I think we
is
should also
crazy.
take into account the LCD devices going up on eBay and being bought up by the Maxi and PulseChain biggest fans.
Oh
When
yeah.
like take into consideration, like, they're paying $1,000 for something that's 99 cents. Take the same people in PulseChain and Hex, and you show them some official RH meme deployer wallet memes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if 10% of them share that same passion, it's like, "Urgh," right? They're just going to aggressively buy,
I
just
agree.
like
I agree.
with the devices.
No, and like 100%. Like, that's a great example for boy. Look at the behavior with the devices, right? So, like, once it's accepted, right, that RH is linked to pump tires and the pump tires deployer launch these 20 tokens. Once that information is accepted, right, as reality, as truth, because like, look, whatever we want to say, there's a lot of people that who still don't see this, right? Don't understand this, right? For them, it's like it's not
Yeah.
really like that, or they have doubts or whatever, right? They still don't believe, which is absolutely fine, absolutely fine. Um,
Yeah.
but once they do, they're gonna buy aggressively. I agree entirely. They're gonna buy hard. They're gonna feel like, oh, I'm missing the fucking boat again. No, I can't.
Mm,
Not this time. And yeah,
yeah.
they'll probably buy like the local tops, etc., like usual, right? So we'll see, man. Because like, I would see Richard playing a mind game, right? For example, if he wants to pump the chain, he would pump like a set of tokens to make people chase, and then pump the others to make people chase. Like, he would, swing in that direction, right? Instead of
Yeah.
pumping what people are expecting, he would pump the things that people are not expecting.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's
I would say.
yeah. Yeah. Like, and for him, again, remember, you know, with our previous streams together, we were talking about, okay, if he is going to allocate funds and to pump up the chain, like doing it for the cause or pDAI, you need a lot more capital, a lot more oomph, right? But with these memes, you only need a little tiny shekel, and it makes a big, massive tidal wave splash. Um, you know, if we want to include that variable of sack daddiness, right?
No, of course, and we can, right? Like, if you want to play that game, right? Let's say that the SAC that injected 10 million, right? 10 million into the whole RH memes ecosystem, right? Like, I'm not saying that he would inject 10 million like in one go. I'm not saying that, right? But he injected 10 million, right? Look at the crazy numbers that this would do, right? These are crazy numbers. These are absolutely crazy.
They
Like,
are insane.
you're
Yeah.
saying that Tron goes to 50 cents, right? That's like
Give me some Tron.
158 million
Give me
market cap.
Tron. Give me Tron right now.
Look, we're not taking into account sell pressure. I know all that, but just like, even if you halve these numbers, man, it's still crazy. Or if you do 90% of these numbers, it's still crazy numbers, right?
Yeah.
So, man, like, phew. And we're just looking at 10 million. What 10 million would do, right?
10 million is
Let's let,
nothing.
let's let's be even more, like 1 million, just one
Yeah.
single million, right? 16x, right? 15x,
Oh my goodness. Oh,
11x, 9x. Like, you see, this is crazy. This is crazy. So when I tell you that it's very easy to overall, right? To do like 5, 10x, it's very easy, right? It's very
mm,
easy. You're talking about a million, right? Spread across all these coins, right? Spread across. So, if you do like, let's go to 5 just for, see, there we go. Man, like, this is like crazy. This is absolute insanity. So, do I think it's possible that Richard wants to pump these coins instead of cores, especially in the beginning? Yes, of course. I've like
yeah.
100%, right? 100%.
To me, it's the most obvious thing. To me,
Yeah,
me as
yeah.
a, you know, and for me coming over, that's what I'm betting on. I'm betting on this meme season. I'm betting on meme season here on PulseChain. It's
Sure.
that's so prime, and you got the meme king himself leading the charge. Woof.
Doing my best. Doing my best. I mean, like, we never know what's going to happen, right? But like, these coins are so pumpy, right? They're so easy to move the price that, uh, just because of that, and because they're like deep, like they're linked to Richard Hart. And again, I'm not saying that Richard clicked the button. I'm saying that they're linked through Pump Tires deployer, right, to Richard,
Yeah,
in the sense that we probably they're connected somehow, right? Um, like, we pay them, or they're in the team, or like whatever, right? They're
it's a
connected, right?
product. Yeah,
Exactly, it's a product. So in that sense, I think it's crazy that, to think that these coins won't get adopted, right? At some point, I'm not saying that they'll get the same adoption as cores, blah blah. I'm not saying that, but they don't need. That's the point, right? They don't need to do crazy numbers. They don't need the adoption of cores, right? Like,
yeah.
if you see, let's go here to the. Do you like the thing, the the
I
Telegram
do. I
notification?
do. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool, right?
That is so helpful. Well done, bro. That's so good.
No problem, bro. Just trying to help, and I think it's good to point people into like the awesome group that you guys made. You guys are awesome too, man. But look, my point is, um, let me see. Look, 12 billion market cap, liquidity 24 million, 15 million, 11 million here. Like, look, like, even pDAI is 13 million liquidity. So look, this is insane. We're talking about, and look at these volumes, right? Like, we're talking about,
Jeez.
1 million coming. It's so fucking easy. It's like,
Oh
it's
my
so,
gosh.
it just happens like this, right? So
Yeah.
it just happens like this, literally. You just have a couple of KOLs. Oh, I changed my mind. These coins are very nice. Blah blah blah. I like the narrative. Boom, they pump. Like, you have 10x. There we go, 10x for free. And
Yeah.
once you have the first couple of coins doing a 10x, it's going to be cascading, right? Because there's 20 of them, and people will start to think for their own heads, like, wait, there's more of these coins. And they'll discover everything. It will be like, and now they have this library, this amazing resource where they can find all the information that they want, right? They can see, the RH memes, and by the way, if you go around here, the memes, it shows you here on the screen which one
Wow.
the logo belongs to. But I'm gonna add more information, by the way. And then we have
Wow.
ranks like people like Richard Hart, right? If you wanna follow him, me, Frog Boy, and then like way more people, right? If you wanna follow all these people that are putting amazing
So
memes and
helpful.
doing amazing work, man, just follow. And I'm probably not probably I will have definitely more people here, but these were the
Yep.
ones that I remember that I found, right? I'm sure there's more people. And guys, don't hate me, man. If your name is not here and you want to be here, just let me know, man.
Yeah.
Let me know why you deserve to be here on this amazing list. Show
Yep.
me your work. Show me your proof of work. Show me your shilling. That's what I need, man. Shilling.
Yeah.
And you have like all the same information for pump tires like Giga, like Execute doing the Twitter Spaces every day, Liberty Swap. I mean, you have like even where is he? Where is the man? Is Johnny not here? Oh yeah, he's in the DGen because he's sharing eHEX, and eHEX now is DGen. It's not core, it's DGen. So Johnny Chaos, even Johnny Chaos is here. So everybody's here. Brutes, Tem, everybody's here, right? Rich Max, who hates us, he's here too, man. It doesn't matter. He's here sharing the love for the cars. So, and even the Pulse Bridge, if you hover Pulse Bridge, you'll see the daily volume. This is the actual volume coming from DeFi Llama. So, yeah, this is real volume coming up. And you can follow Brute app and again Richard Hart. So even the 414, the Maria Dev, right? You have his stuff here too. If you want to follow Saint Wolf or Steven, Coexistence Steven. So like this is a great resource. It's very condensed. It looks nice, right? It looks like it's appealing visually, right? You wanna touch stuff, you wanna play around. So I mean, this is like a cool library, right? It's for you to start to see what's going on in PulseChain, right? And then you come to the origins, to the place where you can find out Richard's first tweet. Oh no, what's this? Let me find out. Let me see. Oh, like the first tweet about pump tires? Yes, sir. Second February 1242. Try to find another tweet about pump tires before this. Try. Do your best, please. And then I don't know. You have more things, right? Coming up here, right? Look, there's a resource for everything here, so you can just check the tweets, what he's doing basically, and then you have the sacrifice wallet connection. So when basically Richard was saying that stuff about the P copies, and he was selling pDAI for pump and most, right? So you have the transactions that you can find out here. And I updated the transactions, so now you can actually see the transactions, right? So you can see.
Ooh.
Oh, you see, I wasn't lying, bitch. I wasn't lying. So he swapped pDAI for 456 million pulse, and then swapped for pump for 1 million and something pump on that one. And the most one is here. Let me share this tab. See, he's doing for most here, buying some pulse as well, PulseChain, sorry.
So Pedro, what is the tweets that you've linked there? Sorry, the links that you've linked right there with the connection. If you
Yeah.
had to describe it to just like quickly describe it to a family friend or whoever,
Mhm.
how would you describe it, like really briefly? What you're showcasing right there?
I would describe this as the guy who made PulseChain selling one coin that he created called pDAI. When he created PulseChain, there were all the coins that came from Ethereum, because PulseChain is a hard fork from Ethereum, right? It forked Ethereum, and all the
Yep.
coins that exist on Ethereum were forked. So um, he was selling one of those coins called DAI, the forked DAI from Ethereum. He was selling that for most and pump and PLSX. Okay,
Wow.
so you can interpret this information as you want, right? You
Yep.
can say that he was doing this just to detour people. He was doing this so that people would sell their pDAI so that they can peg it easily. Like, you can make up any story that you want, right? My story is the story that I make up is that he doesn't like it anymore and he likes those other coins more. That's why he's buying them. That's my interpretation, right? I could be wrong. Right? I'm a very simple-minded individual, right? So what I see on the chain, I just interpret as like, truth, right? So, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong so many times, Frogboy, so many times.
But yet with all the mistakes, you've ridden and rode some absolute winners.
It's true. It is true. It means that sometimes I am correct. But I hope, and I think more often than not, basically. And then here you have the chronicles, right? The individual token chapters timeline, and here you can follow the timeline, which tokens were launched first, the input, so how much PLS was linked to the bonding curve when they were launched, like the story, which is a copy of the dex screener information, right? Dex screener description, original one. This is what was written, right? Basically the analysis of the AI and the holder stats, right? The ones that have over $10, right? The same for all the other coins, the whales, the Poseidons, right? The liquidity, and then you can see the contract as well, right? And better yet, you can even screenshot this. Let's screenshot this. Let's share this, and let's do a post, and let's screenshot this baby. Let's fucking go. Most, and let's put the moon here. Where is the moon? Moon. Let's put this moon. Boom. There we go. Let's see how it looks. Looks cool, right? Deployment created second. You have the story. It's cool, man. It looks nice, man. It looks absolutely nice. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. So, bro, basically this is it, and you have the story for all of them, right? With all the information. So I do love this. This is like right now it's my favorite page. It's the page that I think I feel like I could spend more time here, right? As a user, just finding out like bits and pieces, who is doing what, the story, right? The connections here. And look, I'm sure that like at some point you guys are gonna tell me, look, man, you're missing something. And one of the things that I wanted to do is add the Telegram part, right? The fact that he's running these groups, right? But I was like, nah, that's just too much alpha, man. I'll leave it for the for the guys on the chat on YouTube, and that's it. That's enough. This is enough alpha, right? So, by the way, sorry, something that I forgot. I didn't forget, but again, guys, look at this. This is like super important. Like memorize this, right? You need to memorize this information. Quartz have 31x more holders than RH memes, right? Quartz market cap is 422x larger than RH memes, and Quartz have 34.9x more liquidity. pDAI, look, we're comparing like here 4 coins to 20, right? So it's, but here is 1, and the pDAI has 6.6 more liquidity, 6.6 times the liquidity, sorry, 4 times the market cap, and 4 times the holders. So I mean, if this doesn't scream opportunity, I don't know what does, right? So you already see there's like a big wallets, Poseidons, and like whales, right? Holding, right? And they're holding a lot of these coins, right? So, man, just believe. You gotta believe, and man, maybe these tokens, right? Tokens popular with whales, but then valuable by others, right? So maybe this, right? Maybe take a look here at some of these coins, right? Like for example, XRP, right? Top whales, top wallets, 34% hold this, right? But normal wallets only 10% hold them, right? So maybe investigate those. Bro, I'm telling you, like you have so much information here. Like I cannot go over everything, and I don't even want to go over everything. I want you guys to find out, because like there's stuff here that if you spend some time looking and reading and actually blow your mind, man. I know this like was built very fast, but the only reason is because I already have a bunch of experience building shit. So it's because of that, because I already know like the important data points that we need to look at, etc. But like the data that's here, man, it's like some of it's really powerful. It's really, really powerful, right? The easiest to pump, like it looks at volume and liquidity. So like I mix so much information here that's like it's crazy, bro. Like bros, do spend time on this page. If you wanna have the edge, literally, spend time on this page, because this is only data. This is like price data, liquidity data, volume data, market cap data. This is not emotional things. This is like objective, fucking empirical, objective data, right? It's
Mm.
numbers, literally. There's no story here. There's just fucking numbers, right? Holders numbers, and that's it, right? And from that information, you can already have like, you can already see that like there's some coins here that just buy them because they're like extremely undervalued, extremely undervalued.
Yeah.
So like spend time here. Like for example, these are the holders, the RH meme holders who hold PLS, right? The Pulse. And this is the value that they hold. And I'm going to ask you, who's easier to acquire, a new customer or a recurring customer?
Mm.
It's always harder to acquire new customers because it's easier to acquire recurring customers because they've already bought. They already put the one foot in, right? So, and
Way
those
more
guys
like
have 61 million, right? As you know, Frogboy. And if we come, sorry, oopsie daisy. If we come to the homepage and we just do, 10% of that, we just do, 7 million. Let's say 7 million, just to round it. And they're gonna spread it across, right? They're just gonna spread it across, right? Look, man, this is like crazy numbers that you're looking at, right? It's crazy numbers. 79 million market cap for Tron, 69 for XRP. Look, and like you have the numbers, like crazy numbers, like all over, right? You have crazy numbers all over. So, look, I'm not sure what's going to happen, right? I have no idea. But what I know is that these coins are extremely undervalued, and having like crazy amounts of money coming into them will pump the price a lot, right? And it's not even crazy amounts of money. It's like it's the opposite, actually. That's what I meant. Like like small, it's big number, the 7 million, but like
crazy
it's small.
small.
It's small for the world that we're living in, right? So, man, these are undervalued, right? This is absolutely undervalued. And look, the amount I'm putting here is just coming from the PLS whales, right? The PLS holders who have, 69 million. I'm just putting 10%, right? Imagine if they just put 10% into these RH moves, right? Which is not crazy to think, right? It's not crazy to think.
That's right.
So, even if they just do, just for fun, 1%. Like some of these coins are already 10x, right? With 1%. So, with 700k.
Wow.
Guys, yeah. On average, it doubles the price. On average, right? 700k on average doubles the price. Some of them 10x. So I'm not sure what else to tell you guys. I'm not sure what else to fucking tell you, to be honest, because, if this is not crazy to you, I don't know what is. These coins were made, and I say made, but let me be even more clear. These coins can be linked to the Pump Tires deployer, and Pump Tires was 100% commissioned by Richard Hart. It's linked to Richard Hart. It's a Richard Hart product.
Yeah.
So, you can, put them together, right? If you want, you can put them together and say, well, these coins kind of seem to be made by Richard Hart, and then you would be correct. So, it's an opportunity, man. It's a huge opportunity.
It is. You put it really well. The commission, it's his product, it's his baby. You're in the Richard Hart brand of ecosystem, and you've got Hex, you got Cause, and now he's promoting Pump Tires, his new baby, his new infrastructure, his new technology he's given out. He's given out this awesome tool. It's a product, this infrastructure to PulseChain and the rest of the crypto community, not just within PulseChain, but also outside. And there happens to be 20 tokens that were launched with Pump Tires. The first 20. So, it's exciting. That's what forced me over. And it's just fantastic.
I agree, sir. I fully agree. I think, I think this is going to be huge. I think this is going to be absolutely huge, and I hope, I know that the people in here, they're in the boat. They're not missing the boat at all.
Yeah.
But I do fear for the the maxis, the people in PulseChain that have been here for like 3-4 years.
I share
eHEX
that.
and then PulseChain, and then they're just gonna miss the first 10 100x, right? They're just gonna buy after the newcomers, right? And they've been here like working hard and promoting PulseChain, and they're just gonna feel left behind. And look, guys, the reality is the more people that come into the RH memes ecosystem, into pump tires, the easier it is for Richard to share and to talk about it, because he sees that more people like this, which means I
Mm,
should talk about this more. Simple, right? So this is why I think it's kind of mm, not positive when, like, a lot of the maxis are, like, against pump tires, or they don't like it, or they avoid talking about it, because it's cool new technology released by Richard Hart. So try to learn it, try to understand it. And
yeah,
if one thing would be if he just released pump tires, no tokens, right? Like everything was community owned, let's say.
yeah,
Even then, he could just pick some tokens, buy some tokens, and, like, it would be his preference, right? But in this specific case, he launched it. He launched pump tires, and then the deployer launched 20 coins. So, I mean, it means something, right? Because otherwise, he wouldn't have done that, right? If it didn't matter at all, why then? Why did he do it, right? He could have launched without tokens, right? It was not mandatory, right? He could launch with one token, the pump token, right? The exchange token, to focus the attention into one token, right? But his goal was to do the opposite. He wanted to force people to look into everything, right? So instead of just doing again one token, focus, like, concentrate all the attention into one thing. No, he did 20 different things. So now you guys are forced to choose, right? That's a good thing. It's like a lesson, in my opinion, right, to the PulseChain community, right? So that we kind of dive deep into other things and are not afraid, and can so that we can explore, right? And don't be
yeah.
afraid to share, like, knowledge with each other, and, like, what we like, etc., right? Um, at least that's my humble opinion.
Agreed. 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 I'm betting on his character and his character arc, his ego, and like it's obvious that this cycle as a whole, you know how we've had DeFi, we've had altcoins, we've had NFTs, etc. But for me, right now, it feels like the attention economy is huge. It's the thing. Attention is currency. Attention is money, and you got Richard Hart, meme king of crypto. He's a crypto meme, walking literally. He knows how to get attention. These devices, like part one of whatever he's planning, and that's in conjunction with the bridges. I think also Liberty Swap, a little tiny bit of, it smells like Richard Hart there, and then you've got devices, and then pump tires, and then pump tires on the devices, and then these 20 tokens on the chessboard, and me anticipating a meme season by the meme king. In a meme cycle. And everyone's hating on it.
Exactly. It's crazy, man. It's insane. It doesn't seem like it's actually happening. To be honest, it's like it's a dream. It's an absolute dream. Like, I find it a bit hilarious, right? That the pDAI guys are able to create, like, those insane, crazy conspiracies,
Yeah.
right? About Richard tweeted something, and that there was an icon on the image, blah blah blah, whatever, right? But they cannot put, like, two plus two together, right? Oh, pump tires launched, pump tires deployer. Richard was the first one to tweet. Richard sold pDAI for pump at most,
Yeah.
etc., etc., etc. It's like that's obvious, but to them, it's like, nah, means nothing. Doesn't
It
matter.
goes right past them.
What?
You're right.
Yeah, rug, and then they just sweep it under the rug, like, man,
Yeah,
what doesn't
yeah.
matter?
They'll solve the most complex equation, like 69 squared times this times that, and then you get pDAI. But then you give them the equation of 1 + 1 = 2, and they're like, it doesn't matter. Oh boy.
Like 100%. And DJ Polly, so I need to get my erection to get on that page. Exactly, sir. You need, like, the dev needs to get paid, bro. I need to get paid somehow, right? So that's how I get paid. You pump my fucking chart. You pump the chart that I bought a lot of, right? That's it. I CTO that coin, so now it's my baby, right? I can sell as much as I want. Okay, don't forget that. I'm gonna dump on your heads with a lot of erection. But look, guys, you're not gonna feel sad because you'll be having like a huge erection. So I mean, you gain some erection. It dumps a little bit, but you gain the erection, so you're happy. Everybody's happy. No, I'm kidding. So far, I've only bought. I want that erection chart to go up like fucking wild, right? Fucking wild. So it's a great meme. So when it dumps so much, I was like, I'm gonna CTO this bitch. So yes.
I like it. It feels good knowing that. And for me, I view it as like paying for a subscription. I'm paying for like a service kind of thing, and plus I'm getting
Mhm.
something out of it, a speculative asset out of it. Cool.
Exactly, exactly. Don't forget, like when I added that erection, how is it called? Gatekeeping, not gate. What's the word I'm looking for, Frogboy? Like the subscription thing. What's it called?
Not
Not a
a
blocker. It
wall,
has a
paywall.
different name. There's a name for it. Yeah, paywall. Paywall. That's a yeah, exactly. Thank you, sir. Uh, when I did that first paywall, the price of erection was like for like a million it was like maybe $17 or something, or $13 or whatever. It was like crazy low. So I was like, man, this shit is so fucking inexpensive that any million sounds fair. Like I haven't checked the price in a while, so might be a lot now. I have no fucking idea, and I will not check in the next 30 days. So guys, just buy as soon as possible because I'm not gonna check the fucking price. So if it does like 100x and you're like, oh, now I need I need 10k to access, I'm like, fuck you, guy. I don't care. I'm not changing it. I'm not touching. So you need to wait. Yes, I'm a crazy dev, guys. I produce the best things, but then I'm crazy. I'm insane. I make the wildest decisions. Wildest. Make no sense. So
It's a
you
great
gotta.
product. It really is
Yeah.
a great product. What you
Thank you,
make
sir.
there
Thank you, sir.
really is.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So I even might do like a erection airdrop here during the show sometime. If it pumps a lot, I'll do an airdrop. So one person can have access to the alpha page, right? One person only. One. Okay, it's gonna be one of you. You're gonna have to fight for it,
Oh, that's
battle to
fun.
the death. Yes. Put you guys on an island and you guys fight like that movie. What's the movie? The Japanese one. What's it called? Like crazy movie. They put school people, like school boys and girls. How is it called? Like teens in an island, and they have to fight to the death. It's insane, bro. It's a crazy movie. How is it called though?
Ah, is it
Ah,
called? Is it called the Pokemon movie 2000? No, I'm joking. No.
2000. No, but it's old. Like old. When I say old, it's like from the 90s. Like not super old.
Oh
It's
wow.
like you guys Les Goth, but maybe that's the Japanese, like the English name guy. Like what's the name? Like it doesn't matter. But it's maybe I'll do something like that. No, I'm kidding. But I'm glad that you guys enjoy the website, and I hope it brings utility to your life. That's the goal. And it's nice to share with the friends with new onboards, a place for them, like to follow the prices, to see what's happening with the liquidity, to get the alpha, right? To get all the alpha and like understand the lore, basically. So the more information that you can share with me, the better, right? And like another thing that I'm gonna add there is I'm gonna link the Twitter API so that we can have like the latest tweets, right? By the leaders, right? Something like that. The RH meme leaders, and then it's gonna randomly put tweets there from the people that I add, right? Which is cool, right? You can see what people are saying about the RH memes, right? Ecosystem,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you know what, Pedro? Could be a bad idea, could be a good idea, but anyway, I'll just chuck it out there. But having
Hmm.
having I don't know, a little section of tweets from counter arguments or something like that.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Like FAQ.
Oh yeah, the FAQ. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. That's it.
Yeah, we could add an FAQ, right? The only reason I haven't added one is because I haven't seen anything like any good arguments against the RH memes, like saying that
Yeah.
I've seen this piece of evidence that points in a different direction, right?
Yeah.
So far, I haven't seen that. Like most of the arguments is like, oh, RH didn't like memes in 2020. I can add that, but it's gonna be a lame FAQ. did Richard Hart change his mind? And then I'm gonna say, well, Richard Hart didn't like Ethereum in 2017, but then he changed his mind, and Richard Hart didn't like this and that, and then he changed his mind. So people change their minds, right? It's like you're not stuck into the persona that you were like 5 years ago, right? You evolve, you change your mind, you have new ideas, and you see a different reality, and you're like you adjust, right? So um, I like that kind of those kinds of arguments are so fucking retarded in my opinion, because it's like, so you're using, it's like it's like you're sharing a chart, right? Imagine a chart that has 10 years of history, and you're sharing like just 3 months, and you're saying, oh, look at these 3 months, they dictate everything. And they're like, no, bro, I know there's like more history. So it means literally nothing, right? I need real evidence that these memes are not linked at all to Richard, right? I need like absolute denying evidence, right? So until somebody provides me with that, i'll be I'll be here, guys. Sorry, man. I'll
Yeah.
be annoying you to the death.
I like that. I like how Pedro is, inviting with no fear. Some, give him some counter arguments or something, some good something, right, to try and challenge.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. Because it's look, guys, it would be much easier if we only had one coin, all that blah blah blah. We're just like focusing in one asset, blah blah. But it's not the world that we're living in, right? So, and I told you, I know this sounds impossible right now. I know it sounds impossible, but trust me that it's much better to be a smaller fish in a bigger pond than a big fish in a small pond. Trust me. And you want that. You want the attention to spread, because if the attention spreads and because of that you capture more attention, it's even better, right? It's even better because you attract people from completely different, you know, corners of crypto, right? You attract the guys who love memes, you attract the guys who like DeFi and utility shit, you attract the guys who like Richard, you attract the guys who whatever, right? So you see what I'm going with this? Instead of just
yeah,
being one thing, right? The hex thing, you have many things, right? So it's better in my opinion, much better.
that's it, man. That's it. Well, Pedro, I want to say thank you. Thanks for
Yeah, man.
inviting me.
No
I
problem,
have to
sir.
I have to quickly go, but I want to give a big shout out to rhmemes.com for making it so fun with this freaking narrative. Like, whoo it is so fun. I'm on it every day.
Perfect.
Pedro's updating it pretty much every week, and there's so
Yes,
much
sir.
cool shit in there, and stats and alpha, and yeah, that's it, guys. Just thanks, Pedro. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you for participating and helping making this, like, podcast much better, man. It's actually fantastic, and I thank you. One note. Let me just give you one note, which is
Yeah,
it's possible that over the next 2 weeks, more or less,
yeah,
some of the price data doesn't update correctly, or that often. Well, not correctly, but that often, only because I think I already passed my threshold for this month on Moralist. So I think that at some point it's going to break, right? It's going to stop. I believe it's going to stop like, allowing me to, keep feeding like you recent data for the prices and volumes. If that happens, I'll just change the key again until that one is okay. But I'm not sure, because I have the subscription. I think I can overspend units, and next month they'll deduce it. So I think it can be okay, right? So far it has been okay. But if you see something like the prices or the volumes updating less, it's okay. And at some point it will be fixed, so don't worry too much about it.
no, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you. And
No problem, sir.
yeah, Pedro, I'll talk to you really soon. I'm gonna rewatch this stream at least another 10 times. That's what I usually do. Just a FYI, I'm rewatching
Absolutely
this stuff. I'm
perfect.
just trying to soak it all in, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon, and shout out to the chat as well. Woo!
Shout out, bro. Thanks for joining again, bro.
My
I'll
pleasure. My pleasure.
always welcome.
Cheers, man. All right, talk to
Take
you
care,
soon.
bro.
Bye.
Take care. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We don't have that much to talk about today. I think I think we're done for the day, and we'll see. We'll see all when I get back on again. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe in next week. You never know, man. I'm unpredictable. But guys, thanks for being there. DJ Polly, Always a pleasure to have you here, sir. The One Meme Ring, sir. Thank you for dropping by. Docile as usual, sir. Thanks for the great comments. Rapid Unbox, welcome back, sir. DJ Pauly again. Who else? Who else was here? The meme Mexican, of course. And dude, keep going with the memes. Your memes are amazing. Our artwork are beautiful. Abdel, Cryptic Girl, Extra PLSX. Who else? Who else was here? Let me see here. I know there were more of you. Jordan, yes, Jordan, Crypto Lover, Alan. Thank you, Alan, man. Thank you for dropping by and for the comments. And NJ Dub, George, and I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Dolphin Rising, thank you, sir. Too, guys, thank you so much. BitcoinHEX will Hex Toshi, AJ, and we'll speak. We'll speak soon. I think that very soon, probably in the next 2 weeks, just 2 more weeks, and we'll see the markets pumping, RH memes pumping, and everybody will be in happy land, happy days, everything good. So enjoy now to buy, enjoy and buy more because it's your opportunity now. So yes, I'm yeah, I'm going, guys. Thank you so much. Mwah. Love you all. And ciao. Bye.